I'm Natalie Carey, a certified personal trainer, and I've worked with a lot of clients who have trouble getting up and down off the floor. This is actually really common, but because it prevents us from living our best life, I wanted to go over some strategies to get up off the floor. Heads up about this video, we are not going to cover situations where you fall and are possibly injured. So instead, I want you to think of these movements as conditioning exercises or practice that you can do to make getting off the floor easier on a daily basis. A lot of the feedback that I've gotten is that it's hard to stand up from when you're sitting on the floor, but I also want to quickly go over how to get up if you are coming from a lying down position. So if you are lying on your back, here's what I recommend doing. I recommend bending one knee and planting that foot on the floor, and then rolling yourself using that foot. You're gonna push yourself over onto your side, place your top hand on the floor, and get that elbow underneath you. So now your bottom elbow is underneath you, your top hand is on the floor. From here, I want you to tuck your other foot underneath you so that your knees are both bent, and then roll yourself over so you're now into a quadruped. So that's how you get up into a quadruped position or on hands and knees. And a lot of the strategies that I use today are going to use this position to get us back up. So what do we do once we're finally in this quadruped position? I recommend using props to help you up. So this is like the first set of drills that you could start practicing. If you have some yoga blocks, you can use those, and think of this as like a drill to help you improve getting up off the floor, since it might not always be realistic for you to have yoga blocks close by to you when you are actually getting up off the floor in real life. So this is a drill for us. So you're in your quadruped position. I want you to bring yourself up onto the high setting of your yoga blocks, and then use that as a prop to either get 1 foot or 2 feet underneath you to stand up straight. You can also use the yoga blocks to stand up from a split stance. You can also use a half foam roller. If you feel like it's sturdy on the ground, you can place both hands on it. You can stand up from there, or it's really great if you have a chair available to you. You can have just anything that's not gonna roll away from you when you put pressure on it. So a sturdy chair of some sort. I would place my hands on it, so I'm coming from my quadruped, placing my hands, and then standing your way up, and you can use it to climb your way back up. So using props is one way that we can get better at getting up and down off of the floor. The second strategy or drill that I recommend you use is being able to crawl to one of your props. So let's say that you are on the ground and you want to get over to something that's going to help you to stand up. So we get into our quadruped position, and then I want you to be able to crawl yourself over to a prop to come back up. So this might be a conditioning drill for you to practice being able to crawl over there. And when I have people crawl, I recommend that you do opposite arm and leg just to help you stay balanced. But there's not really a wrong answer. So if you were able to do like 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, that's also an option. So practice coming over to a prop that's close by to your floor. Hey, if this video is helpful so far, please give it a like, share it, and subscribe to my channel. All right, thanks. Let's get back to the modifications. A doorway is also a really secure prop that you could use to help practice standing up. Or if you are in a real life situation where you're having trouble standing up, let's practice crawling to the doorway. So you can practice crawling. We can do our opposite hand, opposite foot at the same time. Then I want you to get 1 foot underneath you, hold on to that doorway, and then start to climb yourself up. You can use it to help pull you back up. If you want to use it for conditioning practice, we come into our split stance, use the wall for balance, and you can use the door jamb to help you pull yourself up just a little bit so you can have some assistance on your balance. The next drill that I want to go over is if you are a little bit more flexible, you might be able to get into a kneeling position from either a seated or a quadruped position. So if you're sitting down, I recommend having one foot tucked and then one knee in front of you. So again, this will depend on your flexibility and a little bit on your strength levels. But if you can roll towards this front knee, so place your hands on the floor and then pivot yourself towards that front knee. Then what I would want you to do is tuck that back toe under and stand up. So we come down, we untuck the toe, we rotate our bodies towards the side and then lower yourself back down. One more time to get up. So I'm seated here. I'm going to rotate towards that front knee, place my hands on the floor, and then I'm gonna rotate this foot so that the toe is able to tuck underneath me, and then stand up. So that's one option if you're seated on the floor and you have enough strength and flexibility to get up. If we're doing that from a quadruped position, what you would do here is I have short arms, so I like to give myself a couple extra inches by tenting my fingers. And then you could bring one leg forward. Again, this will depend on your hip flexor flexibility. And I'm sending this knee outside of my front arm. So it's not in here, so you're not all bunched up. Send it outside of it. And then again, tucking that back toe and standing up from here. So we reverse it, we come down to that knee, plant your hands, release that foot. This is the drill that you could do if you are flexible enough in your hip flexors to stand up from a kneeling position. This next one is really a conditioning drill. It's not really a strategy for like everyday usage, but it could help you get better at standing up. If you have some kind of a Swiffer or a sweeping tool in your house that when you place it on the floor, it's not gonna like slip out from underneath you, you can use that for this. Also, if you're at a gym, dowels are a great tool to use. I'm also gonna demonstrate with the foam roller. So if you have something that you can hold on to, maybe climb your way down, another great option is using that prop to come down onto your knees and then to help you climb your way back up. So one more time, we use it for a little bit of upper body assistance to climb our way up. Let's see it with the foam roller. Swiffer away. All right, so if you've got a foam roller, again, this isn't gonna be a super stable prop. So this is only like a conditioning drill when you're in a safe environment and you're not at risk of falling. Okay, so we hold on here and we can climb our way down the foam roller and then climb our way back up. You can also do this into a kneeling position and then back up. And always feel free to pad your knees in whatever environment you're in. My next strategy is to walk up your leg. So again, this is going to require a little bit of flexibility. So if you're not flexible yet, maybe this is something that you work up to. You would be bringing your feet into a staggered stance. Walk your hands forward, back toe is tucked, and then you're going to lift your knee off the floor a little bit as you start to walk yourself up that front leg. You can turn this into a drill by practicing walking down the leg so that you're back to the floor again, and then walking up. And you can use your leg to help you push yourself back up on this one. If you're practicing this strategy, and I should probably say this for all the drills, make sure that you're practicing things on both sides. So you should be doing things sometimes with the right leg in front, sometimes with the left leg in front to make sure that you stay balanced. This next strategy is a caterpillar crawl. This is for somebody who maybe has better balance, maybe a little bit of upper body strength, and you're able to push yourself a little bit more. So if we're starting in a seated position, two ways to get into this. You could either roll forward on your hands. That might be a little bit too challenging though. You can always go back into that quadruped position. This is a really safe and secure spot. So for the caterpillar walkout, what I would want you to do is toes are tucked underneath you, and then I want you to crawl your hands out. So you can bring one knee forward, then you're going to lift your knees off the floor as you raise your butt, and then you push yourself up to a standing position. You can turn this into a drill by bending the knees, reaching down towards the floor, maybe get a wider stance here, and then walking yourself down into that position. If you are strong in a plank, but getting up and down off the floor is hard, you could do a caterpillar crawl here. That's a more advanced variation of it. But remember, you've always got that option to put one knee down and then shoot your butt back by pressing your hands into the floor. If you have very flexible hip flexors, like you're able to sit here in a squat, another option for that caterpillar crawl is to keep both legs behind you. Use your hands to walk yourself into a squat, and then you can stand up from here. You could also use some kind of a prop to hold onto, and you can turn this into a conditioning drill by practicing coming down into that squat, coming forward onto your hands, then walking them back out, and then pushing your hands to get yourself back into that squat position. I really hope these strategies and drills were helpful to you, and it really helps my channel if you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Natalie Carey. Thank you for being excellent to yourself today.